Retired Queensland miner Terry Blanch worked in the underground coal mining industry for 30 years, but was diagnosed with silicosis at the beginning of 2017. He said it took him 2.5 years, 3 specialists and a number of doctors to be officially diagnosed. Mr. Blanch said he was disappointed mining company appointed doctors, who told him he had bronchitis, did not know how to read chest x-rays correctly. He was speaking at a forum in Rockhampton organized by the Mine Dust Diseases Victim Group, a support organization for victims and families of miners suffering illness. Nobody knew what they were looking for because the medical practitioners, the doctors that were employed by the companies, couldn't read the chest x-rays properly, he said. I was never given that opportunity by these company-appointed doctors to say, Terry, there's an issue with your lungs, you've got to get out of the industry now, and now I'm paying for it. I've been told what I've got to look forward to, it just makes you so angry. I'm angry because I was never given the opportunity to get out while I could have many years ago, but no, I was still working underground. Health and safety a priority. Mr. Blanch said the x-rays were sent to international expert Dr. Robert Cohen for review. All of a sudden other doctors have picked up these x-rays that weren't being ready properly, he said. They sent thousands of them to America and a lot of them have come back with people suffering from coal workers' pneumoconiosis, CWP, and silicosis. The whole system is wrong, it's just wrong. Queensland Resources Council Chief Executive Ian McFarlane said the health and safety of workers was a priority. We are vigilant to ensure we have the highest standards, he said. The QRC is fully committed to working cooperatively and constructively with the state government, unions and medical professionals to address matters relating to coal workers' pneumoconiosis and other mine dust lung diseases. Because of this collaborative approach, Queensland coal mine workers now have access to world-class lung function tests. Mr. McFarlane said training for medical staff, new standards and requirements for medical practices conducting testing were also in place. Parliamentary inquiry. In 2017, a parliamentary committee released the Black Lung, White Lies report, which made 68 recommendations into the re-identification of CWP or black lung disease. The committee found that there has been a catastrophic failure, at almost every level of the regulatory system, intended to protect the health and safety of coal workers in Queensland, the report said. Black lung is not quick, like a mine explosion, but an insidious disease that develops over many years. Advocates, victims and their families said nothing much has changed since the parliamentary inquiry. These poor guys are sitting here dying. Vicky Bowden's father Tyrone Buckton died almost 12 months ago after being diagnosed with silicosis. Ms. Bowden and her mum Tricia Buckton continue to attend victim forums like the one in Rockhampton to provide support to other victims and their families. Our story is closed in one way, but then you come in here and you listen to everything that everyone is trying to do, what we had to do and everyone had to do, and it is shit, Ms. Bowden said. Every year you've got to get a letter saying go and get your eyes tested, you get a letter to go and get your heart tested, women turn 50, go and get your boobs done. Why aren't coal companies doing this with the men? These poor guys are sitting here dying, not knowing that they're dying, and everyone's just like, oh yeah, you're alright, you've got bronchitis, you've got asthma, you've smoked when you were younger. But oh no, it's not that easy. Wife Tricia Buckton said her husband was a strong advocate for testing before he died. He wanted to get his story out there to get all the minors to get tested, and his thing was, get the bloody doctor, go and get checked, she said. I'd like the company to come and spend the weekend with someone that's suffering with it and see how we go dragging people and putting them in bathtubs and showers and trying to take them to the toilet. $1 per ton, per week. Mine Dust Diseases Victim Group advocate Jim Pierce said 105 and retired Queensland coal industry workers had been diagnosed with industrial lung disease. We are aware that there are at least 200 more workers going through the testing and diagnosis process, he said. The group is demanding coal producers pay $1 per ton, per week, into a fund to assist victims. He said no coal mining companies had shown interest in supporting the fund so far. We really need to keep pursuing this issue of the $1 per ton, per week from the coal companies, he said. If we don't, we're just going to have a lot of families left out there, the way I see it, basically thrown on the scrap heap where no one cares. Contact Aaron. Similar more stories from Queensland.